Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy month of Halloween. I adore Halloween, so for my first Halloween tutorial this year, I wanted to create my own version of the sugar skull. Now I've used lots of really bright pastel colours and whites, but you could basically recreate this using whatever colours suit your Halloween costume. So to start off, you want to prep the skin. Now we're going in with a lot of white face paint. You do not want that stuff getting in your pores. It's probably going to break you out, so do make sure that you pop on a really good primer to make sure that it doesn't seep through. Now the paint that I'm using is this Mehron FX. It's basically just a white paint that I picked up from my local Halloween store. So as you can see here, I'm creating the base of what will be our sugar skull mask, and essentially all you have to do is create a mask out of the paint, leaving two large circles around the eyes. They're going to be the eye sockets, also leaving the nose bare because we're going to fill in the nose a different colour, and just we'll also paint over the lips as well because we'll be using black eyeliners and whatnot to make our teeth. Now I did do 2 coats of this paint. I haven't bothered, showing the entire thing. It's pretty boring watching me put on face paint, but after you have got all of that paint on, just set it with a nice white setting powder. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm just using an eyeshadow base. You guys are not surprised, it's MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I use this all the time, and basically all I'm doing is popping this on any of the exposed skin that doesn't have any white paint. We don't want any of the eyeshadows creasing, flaking, fading. We want the look to stay really strong and deep the whole night. Now, taking my Urban Decay electric palette, I'm taking the lighter blue, sort of shimmery metallic kind of colour from this palette, and I'm going to pop this all over that blank area inside what will be our orbital, eye area. So basically just the circles around your eyes that fill them in with the blue eyeshadow. I just remember thinking at this point in time, I look completely crazy, and if the postman rocks up right now, if he rings my doorbell, he's legit going to think that I'm psychotic when I answer the door looking like this. I was freaking out. Taking a black gel eyeliner now, you want to draw a thin solid line around the edges of both of those blue circles that we've created around the eyes. Take your time doing this. You can make it as thick or as thin as you like. It doesn't really matter so long as you've got a nice black line around them. And then after you finish with those, you want to start drawing in your flower petals. Now you will notice throughout this tutorial, I literally go through about 15 different eyeliners. I use gels, I use liquids, I use felt tips. Look, I can't tell you that I found the perfect eyeliner for this job. It probably would have been a lot easier had I used a black paint, but we're working with what we got here, girl. I'm now taking a lighter blue eyeliner. This is one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream colour bases. And yep, pretty straightforward. As you can see, I'm filling in those petals. You don't have to make them blue. You don't have to use any of these colours like I said earlier. I'm pretty well making this up as I go, and you could use reds, you could use blacks, you could use oranges. It really wouldn't matter. You can create your sugar skull mask however you want and whatever suits your color tone. I wanted to go with pastels because the flowers that I've got for my hair are all really nice pastel colors. So yeah. Now going back into that Urban Decay Naked palette, again I'm taking the dark blue on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to work that one through the mobile socket there of my eyes, just to add a little bit more shadow and definition to the eyes. Now for the messy part, I'm taking my Too Faced glitter glue and I'm going to pat that pretty much all over that area that we've created on that inner circle. So on the eyelid, up across the brow, underneath the eye, that whole area. And then over the top of that, I'm going to be patting on some turquoise glitter. I feel like the glitter just makes it a little bit more sassy, and you guys know me, if I had the option in life, I would cover my entire face with glitter. Now filling in my waterlines just with a turquoise blue pencil. This just looks totally crazy while I'm doing this. But leaving the red section of your waterline out, you kind of look a little bit weird. So yeah, do make sure that you fill that in. Now moving on to the nose, I first taken a gel, a black gel eyeliner, and I filled in the tip of the nose and both of the nares, and now I'm creating 2 points with a felt tip pencil, 2 points up towards the eyes and then filling them in. Basically this black area is supposed to look like, the shadow that would be left if your nose was removed. That sounds totally disgusting, but hey, that is what we're going for here. And now for the super fun creative part, you want to draw whatever patterns and designs you feel like all over your face. I drew lots of little squiggles, little spirals and circles. I drew a feather. Right here I'm creating a bit of a spider web. As you can see, and as I said earlier, I went back in with so many different eyeliners because, you know, they weren't coming up that black against the white paint. They were sort of going a bit grey, so I did have to fill them in a couple of times and whatnot. Here you can see me creating the teeth of our skull. So I'm doing one long solid line and filling in a little bit of the upper lip. And then I'm going in and drawing curved sort of lines that create the look of teeth. And some little fangs in the center of the mouth there as well. Once again, I feel like I'm, you know, just rambling on and repeating the same thing, but just be creative and create whatever you want. Do it however you want. This is sort of just what I came up with in my head, but yeah. I always look at those beautiful sugar skulls on the internet and just think, oh, I really want to try that. So yeah, that's the reason why I recreated this today. And I just love the tradition as well. Like, so I'm pretty sure it's a Mexican tradition, but I think they do it in Brazil as well. But they celebrate the life of their dead. They don't, you know, they don't mourn the death and the loss of that person. They celebrate the life that they had and the life that they lived. And I just think that's really awesome and positive and such a beautiful tradition. So yeah, I really wanted to get on board and recreate my own sugar skull. Now, as you can see here, I'm using that same dark blue from the electric palette, and I'm just filling in random areas of my face. So a couple of those spirals. I'm also popping a little bit of blue on the center of my mouth there as well, filling it in. I love how these real bright colors come up quite pastel on the white. I think it looks really, really pretty. Now I'm shading around the entire outside of the skull. This just adds a little bit of extra dimension and shadow to the look. And then once I'm done with all of this blue, I'm going to take a pink eyeshadow from the electric palette and then fill in some more completely random areas just to add a little bit more color and life to our sugar skull. Now, while I've got you here, please make sure to leave your requests in the comments section below for any other Halloween tutorials that you would like to see. I'm more than happy to take your requests, and I've got lots of Halloween videos coming, so yeah. Now, honestly, the hair is super simple. I've literally just poked flowers into my hair and under my bun and then pinned them down with bobby pins to keep them secure. And then once you got your flowers in place, your sugar skull is complete. So thank you guys so much for watching the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to tag me in your own sugar skull recreations. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Placing that one on the inside of the lip, pretty well just filling in the areas that don't have any of the product on them. And then once I am happy that all of